Kindergarten, it's Miss Murray. I have my phone on the kindergarten choice board for next week, April 27th through May 1st, and this is the math choice board. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of these activities. They all have to do with subtraction, and we haven't talked a lot about subtraction, but adding was when you take two groups of things and you put them together and see how many they have all together. Subtraction is when you have a group of objects and you take away a part of those objects and then you see how many you have left. So I'm just going to show you this first little activity. Has to do with it's bowling fun. Now I know that you wouldn't have bowling pins at your house or a ball, maybe a ball, but you could always use like paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls, and you can set them up like they have in the picture, and then you would roll the ball and then see how many you have left after the ball knocks them over. So what you would do for your math problem, you would be like if you have 10 paper towel rolls and you set them up, you would start with 10. And so you would say 10, you roll the ball, and then however many fell over is what you're taking away. So 10 minus, let's say 3, and then see how many you have left. And if you count them, that would be 7. That you don't even really have to write anything down. Over here, this is what a subtraction problem looks like. The 10 minus 5 equals and the number. So 10 is what you start with, and minus or take away is that little line, and this is how many go away. So like over here, if you had 10 pins and you take away 3 of them, you would have 7 left. So your problem would be 10 minus 3 equals 7. But over here, this activity has to do with goldfish, and I'm going to show you. I have some goldfish here in front of me. I'm going to move our little board here. Put that down. So I have some goldfish, and I'm going to open the package. And so here's the problems that we have written down, and I've already done some of them. But I'm just going to show you. I'm starting with 10. So I would get out 10 of the goldfish and make sure I have 10. So I would pull, and when you're counting, remember how we talked about when we count a group of objects, we don't just touch them like this because you can't keep up with which ones you've counted. So you want to pull them over into away from the pile. So here's 1, 2 as you're counting them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you start with 10, and if you have 5 go away, so now I'm going to move 5 back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what I have left is my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would move them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 take away or minus 5 equals or is 5. Okay, so that's how you do that choice board. Then this one is talking about a number line, and I'm going to draw a little number line and show you kind of how this works. So in just a second. And you can use this, you can do what they have, and I'm sorry, I'm moving the phone around, but I'm at my house. They have a picture of it done with sidewalk chalk, but you can do it on a piece of paper and a pencil. So let me show you. When you make a number line, you start with 0. You don't have to, but I'm going to. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just write your numbers in order. 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to have a line. They're going to go across, and for every number, you're going to draw a little dot on the line, okay? And you're going to use this number line, and the thing is the numbers can keep going all the way forever that way, and they'll get bigger. And if you go this way, they'll get smaller. But this activity talks about you drawing one with chalk outside, and you're going to work these subtraction problems. So let's say the problem is 6 minus 3. So I'm going to write this problem. 6 minus 3 is or equals, and they want to know what it is. So when you're subtracting on a number line is you're going to start on 6, and I like to call them hops, like little bunny hops. And you're going to take away 3. So you're going to go backwards 3. Okay, so here's 6. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then whatever number you land on is your answer. So 6 minus 3 is 3. And let's say the problem is 4 minus 2. Okay, so let's say the problem is 4 minus 2. Then you would, I'm going to erase the little hops. You would start on the 4, and you're going to go backwards because you're taking away. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then whatever you land on, that's your answer, 2. Okay, and sometimes kids get confused. If they don't draw these little hops, it's hard to keep up with. If they start here, then they'll go 4 minus 2, and sometimes they'll go 1, 2, or I'm not sure how they end up doing it, but sometimes they get mixed up and they end up over here at 1. You want to actually start here, and you want to actually draw the little thing. It'll help you. So you go back. Here's 1 hop, 2 hops, and that's the answer. That's what your answer is. Sometimes they like to think that this is the answer, the number next to it, but it's not. It's this one. Okay? And then if you're practicing addition from last week, you can do this, but when you add, you go forward on the number line instead of backwards. Okay? Let's see. This is the subtraction smash. This is the same kind of activity, but instead of taking away, you make a bunch of little balls with Play-Doh. So let's say if you had 10, let me show you. I'm going to erase the board again. Hold on. I'm going to erase my board. So if you want to do this with Play-Doh, you can do it with Play-Doh, but you can also use just a piece of paper. So let's say the problem, and it says here, make small balls out of Play-Doh. Count the total number of balls. So for example, 5. Use your thumb to smash however many you're taking away, and however many are not smashed is the answer. So you could, but the way you can do it if you don't have Play-Doh is you can just draw. You can draw like 10 balls. Or let's say 5, because I have 5 right here. 5. And then 5 is what I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to take away. I'm just going to put X's on them because instead of smashing them, 2 of them, and then however many I have left, 1, 2, 3. So 5 take away 2 is what I smashed, and then 3 is what I'll have left. Okay. So I hope this helps, parents. I know that. Like I said, I tried to show you how you could just do it with a piece of paper. You don't have to necessarily have the objects, but if you want to, it makes it kind of fun. And there's let me see here. I'm looking at the choice board. Across the bottom, there's some story problems that have to do with subtraction. Race to Zero is a game, and all you have to have is like a dice from like maybe another game in your house. You could use the dice for subtraction, and the same thing with the canned goods. It's kind of like the bowling game. But if you have any questions, just send me a message. I'm going to send you this out on a text, so you can always text me back, or you can email me with any questions, and just, like I said, do the best you can. If it gets frustrating, then just skip that activity and go pick another one, because we don't want anybody being frustrated. I hope everything's going well. I miss y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye.